Hi, everybody. It's Kristina Dennis, Transformational Self-Empowerment Master. And I am coming in feeling a lot better than I have the last 3 days. Today, I was able to wake up and get back to my spiritual practices of journaling and walking and having quiet time. I even did some yard work and took care of my body, and it feels really, really good. And I wanted to come in and maybe just finish up this whole series about relationships, which is, of course, ridiculous because I'll be talking about relationships till I die. But at least, coming in and discussing past relationships that may have failed. And I wanted to propose an idea that I'm coming into about how each relationship that I have had, I have learned a lot about myself. In fact, I think generally I picked people who reflected to me what I thought about myself, if I was being honest, maybe at a very unconscious level, but absolutely didn't treat me in the manner that I said I wanted to be treated in, but I didn't recognize as comfortable. In fact, I know of several romantic relationships that failed or failed to start because they were just too nice of people. And I wasn't ready to be treated that well. It didn't feel like love. What felt like love was something very similar to what my grandparents did, which is come here, stay away, come here, stay away, throw you out with the garbage, bring you back, perform, perform, perform. And so I went out with the need to right what was wrong and to prove to myself ultimately that I was worthy of being loved. And it had to be that particular person that didn't love themselves. So they never were going to be able to love me. And, I just kept upgrading and changing the faces, but pretty much the same theme happened in all of them. And when I got divorced from my son's father, I felt a lot of regret, and I felt old. I felt like I had wasted a lot of years. I had stayed with him long past wanting to be in that relationship. Part of it mostly because my son's condition warranted that take priority over what I was doing. But I've been taking on and really reflecting now that it's been, 4 years plus that we have been apart, about not looking at it as a failure. And I know that people say that stuff. It comes out on Hallmark cards. We all say the right words, right? We all say exactly what we think we're supposed to say if we're, somewhat enlightened. But to truly bring that into myself and try to look at the relationship as one of the most important lessons of my life, which is I can have more acceptance in my life. I can have more love in my life. I can have higher connection with somebody. I don't have to sit in a silent relationship. I can be more of me. I don't have to shrink myself in order to be loved. I don't have to be needless and, not have any desires in order to make room for this other person. That there is somebody out there that is going to enjoy the fact that I have a big personality and enjoy the fact that I am, lots of ideas, lots of energy, always pushing the envelope and wanting to do something different and better. And at the same time, maybe having a couple of weekends, just like these last 2 weekends, where I have been, teary and tender and a little melancholy, and they've been able to accept that as well. And so I wanted to kind of bring that up to people. The whole point of having these videos is to make sure that we don't feel alone. And if you've had a relationship that you wish had turned out a different way, or that you're still in the middle of, the sadness of it, I get it. And I know that passes, eventually. It always passes. But I'm not asking you to shortcut to this where I am 4 years later. I am able to look at it and realize, wow, I have learned more from saying no to that, from walking away from that, to saying it didn't have to be violent. It didn't have to be ugly at a level that I was used to. It was enough to leave the relationship and believe that out there was something better for me, something that was better for both of us, me and my son's father, that would give us both a freer life, and that we could be truly loved by somebody else the way we're supposed to be loved. I have a spiritual person that tells me to accept is to love, and to approve is to like. And you do not have to like everything that you love all the time. And that really helps me navigate the relationship I'm in now. And I think that's true about not seeking the approval, wanting to be liked by everyone in the world. Understanding that I want to be around people who accept me exactly as I am and love me as exactly as I am, so that I'm not putting on different faces. Hi, Diana. All the time, that I am able to just be who I am. Yesterday, I barely had a voice. I came in here, I gave a truthful discussion about how I was feeling, about how celebrating 22 years of sobriety had brought up a lot of emotions and how I didn't feel very strong. And today I'm just crawling out of that a little bit. And I know that tomorrow I'll be a little bit better. And that's really the human condition, is just, finding some gratitude for that moment, for this moment, and knowing ultimately that everything will be okay. It's not a pain-free life, but there is always access to joy. There's always access to better. There's always access to my true purpose. And I can thank the last, my relationship with my son's father for a lot of that perspective. And eventually I'll get to a place where I'll see that it was exactly as it was supposed to be. But for today, that's enough. And I hope that everybody who gets to watch this video gives themselves a gift of grace for any mistakes that you've had. I mean, I'm bringing up this one relationship, but there are like many relationships before that in which I had to keep learning a lesson and keep learning a lesson. And just sitting back at 50 and going, it's not too late. It's not too late to have a new relationship, and it's not too late to have great love, and it's not too late to learn how to love myself better. And I want that for everyone. So I hope you guys, ladies, have a great day, and I'll see many of you tonight, and take care of yourself. Love you. Bye.